This is actually a chat, as you can hear. One of the nonsensical things that we have, would result be the right word, fallout from COVID is the expectation that if you're sick, you can just hop on Zoom and teach anyway. Can you? Maybe, depending on what you're sick with, right? One of the issues with being adjunct faculty is you have one sick day per quarter. It doesn't make any difference what that is for. You can take that as a personal day. If you need to see your doctor and they can't get you in at any other time, sometimes you have to use it for that. For those of us who have asthma, really bad seasonal allergies that maybe don't trigger asthma, or, you're in K-12 and kids pick their noses, right? There is the expectation that if you're too sick to show up, if that's how you teach, that you can just teach from home. If you're a professor who does asynchronous classes where they watch pre-recorded lectures and you're just, doing the grading, monitoring the discussion boards, it's probably not that big of a deal. But for those of us that teach synchronous classes, which are usually done on Zoom, like I'm recording now, there is the expectation that you can just log in and teach anyway when you're sick. What experiences do you have with this? I would like to hear. And I'm saying a lot today, and I apologize. It's because I really don't feel well. But I wanted to make this video while I didn't feel well to make the point, right? We don't need to have brick and mortar instruction for most things once you get to college. If there's a class where you need to do a lab, like chemistry or something like that, even then, we've got VR headset courses for chemistry and everything, which are actually better than doing the chemistry labs in person. Those students report that they learned the content better, and you don't end up triggering the fire alarm, right? But for pretty much for most things, languages, history, science courses that don't involve a lab, you could do those all remotely and not necessarily even have to do them synchronously. And that is a good thing, right? It respects our adult students' time. It makes sure that they are focused on the content, not what is going on in a large classroom if there are other students who are distracting, or if there's construction going on campus right outside the window or something. In-person instruction is not usually better than doing it remotely. Correspondence courses existed for a couple of 100 years before we ever had the internet, right? But this is something that has been a consequence, a fallout. I'm still not sure what the right word would be for it. From teaching on Zoom or any other kind of platform like that. I would be very interested to hear your thoughts. And with that, I'm going to say good night. It is still afternoon, but I am done teaching for today and I'm going to go to bed. So I will see you guys in the next one.